Alright, my name is Andrew Mack. I am here to show you how to get Isotope RX monitor plugin to talk to the standalone application. So anyways, here I have currently this is my personal setup. You don't necessarily have to do this, but at the top here, I have what's currently highlighted is what I like to call a work track when I'm working on dialogue. It's just a track where I can do whatever damage I want without worrying about losing the location of where these clips at, like such as if I'm in shuffle mode and decide to bump something out of sync. What I'm pulled up here is actually an audiobook that I just got done working on. So there is no sync luckily on this, but still you don't want to knock it out because the timing is still important here. Anyways, to jump to things, I have on DXA, which I label as my Dialogues A track, is the edited version of this audio book. So what we can do here, we need to first find and open the Izotope Rx7 monitor plugin. This is found under Soundfield. Without me having to use I got a D command here in front of me. I'm going to ignore that. I apologize for the video in the bottom right hand corner. That is for my overhead view camera, which is currently off. So anyways, I am opening up the plugins here, and we are going to go down to Soundfield and find RX7 monitored mono. We are going to put that on here. Now, you just need to put this on where you want the monitor plugin to listen back from. So I like to personally have a dedicated work track actually utilizing this plugin, because when this plugin is enabled on a track, you will no longer be able to play back in Pro Tools on that track because the content is essentially outputting to the monitor application. So now if I hit play on the DXA track, let's just give a selection here of some dialogue and play that back. We will not be able to hear this.
My ex-wife said she was okay with the dog if I could promise to be home in time to walk it. She'd known, of course, how impossible that was with the hours I was putting in at the office.
Now let me explain that real quick while you are hearing something. I believe have a selection or something else open somewhere else, because I actually have tracks currently hidden.
Too late.
But you can see that I have no levels here currently. So ignore that. I do have tracks hidden, and to show you I do, here are all those tracks hidden on the side. There's probably one enabled. So I apologize for that confusion there. Please ignore that. But as you can see, the meter on the left here is definitely dead. So anyways, to continue moving forward, like I said, I have a dialogue or work track that I like to utilize to keep this plugin on. So when I do bring a clip back into my main dialogue track, I can just drag and drop. So essentially what I will do here is kind of that same idea. Is I got a selection here currently. I am going to copy and paste this. I'm using the D command currently to make these moves. And so now I got that clip that I just selected down below from DXA up into my work track. So next, the important thing here is to go to Audio Suite, go to Noise Reduction, and then find RX7 Connect. I also own RX4, so you'll see that I have both here. So RX7 Connect, and here's that. And then all you do is have to look here. So This is important. This will give you handles on the current selection that I have. I personally hate having handles because it screws up my view and it renders these handles onto the clip afterwards. I see the negatives and positives behind it. I personally hate it and get rid of them by just typing 0. So make sure you have repair selected. This will send it over to the RX7 standalone application. I am going to quickly close RX7 standalone. I do have it open from a previous stream I did. And yes, as you saw, it was saying connected. It is now flipped back to disconnected, and I apologize, that black video in the bottom corner, that was hiding what I had going on. But as you can see here, the status says currently disconnected because the standalone application is currently off. So this will flip over to connected once I send this material over. So let's go ahead and hit send while repair is selected. And it's going to ask me here if I want to load the last thing I had, and I'm going to say no because I don't care about it. And there we have it. So we are now in the RX7 standalone application. To walk you through this real quick, you can make all your changes. You have all of your modules here that you can work with and do this all in the standalone. You have a lot better control. You have your various selection tools. You got the selection map here of kind of what you got going on for a section as you start and end, and your highest and lowest value frequency that you have selected, and you got various grabber tools, section tools, and all sorts of things to help you out. I'm using shortcut keys because I haven't memorized. A T for time selection, and F for frequency selection, and R for box selection, and I'm going to forget this one. I believe it's L for the lasso selection. That's right, and there's lasso selection. So when you get done making your changes, I'm going to just damage this clip for the shits and giggles here.
Dog, if I could.
And as you can hear here,
My ex-wife said she was okay with the dog if I could promise to be home in time to walk it.
Linked into my
She'd known, of course, how impossible.
So that's why I'm able to hear playback, is because that monitor plugin is currently on my work track. And I can show you this. I can play this clip back real quick and flip back over the Pro Tools while this is playing back. So here we go, and you'll see that.
My ex-wife said she was okay with the dog if I could promise to be home in time to walk it. She'd known, of course, how impossible that was with the hours I was putting in at the office, so we got what she'd wanted all along.
From the standalone. And let's flip back there. So I have this in full screen, so that's what's going on here, just so you're not getting too confused. I'm using Command Tab. I'm on Mac. And so anyways, you just heard what we got going on. I'm going to just damage this audio just for the fun of it. Command X, just deleted all that. So just to hear what we got going on.
My ex-wife said she'd known, of course, how.
So there you go. And when you're done making your corrections in the standalone application, it is as simple as clicking the send back button at the top here next to your tab. So click that button, and we now jump back straight to Pro Tools, right to the Audio Suite Connect, and it will now show you that you have this waveform in here, letting you know that you have something that needs to be rendered. And it's telling me go ahead, press render to render that to my selection. So I will go ahead and press render here to render it to that still selected clip that I have that's sent over to RX7. And boom. So now that it's rendered, you can see the damage in that waveform view. And you can also now hit play and hear those changes. Oh, and I lied, you can't, because I got the RX7 monitor enabled on that work track. So what I do here is I cut that selection down and bring my selection cursor down and paste it to where it goes. That way I don't lose my spot in my timeline. And now I have that enabled, and you will be able to, let's double check quick. Okay. You're going to be able to hear the change, but I need to get rid of these other tracks that I have going on, so you're not getting too confused. Can't recall if there's an inverse selection here. I know what I can do. There we go. I just want you to be able to hear this without the improper feed. So let's save that. And so let's save this and sure. There we go. You were not able to hear me while I was talking there because I was in solo safe, because I did not think that through and did not solo save these. So that way you can still hear me and still hear what I got going on. So let me re-explain this real quick and then I'll let you guys go. So what I did here is drop down the Rx7 monitor plugin to show you the fact that we will lose audio to DXA here, a track. While that's enabled, that is why I create a work track and have the monitor on the work track.
My ex-wife said she was okay with the dog if I could.
And there you go. You can still hear me and all that's going on.
She'd known, of course.
Oh, and I apologize. I am stupid again, and there we go. You can still hear me, and I have these soloed. The other track that is hidden currently will no longer be playing back and not confusing what's going on. So there you have it. So I am talking still. You can hear me. I can see it outputting to YouTube. And what we got here is no audio on DXA with the Rx7 monitor plugin enabled on that track. So again, that is why I create a work track with the Rx7 monitor plugin on it, and I just drag my clips up to the work track that I've created and then send that over to the standalone application. Anyways, I appreciate you listening in, and hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me, chat, whatever. I'll try watching my YouTube channel for any of that info. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.